Today, now the 21st day of November 2020. And now Saturday. And if you don't follow we, you gonna say on Saturday, we can go through all the things that may happen in Sierra Leone during the week. And you self can get opportunity for can tell we within the na your mind. But again, on Saturdays, we can for compare the COVID-19 status numbers them as to the previous week. And for today, as compared to last week, now so the numbers them look like. Last Saturday, now be the 14th of November 2020. The total number of confirmed cases we don't happen now in a salon for COVID-19 now been 2,391. Today, now 2,405. So in space of 1 week, we get 14 people who test positive for COVID-19 na salon. 14 people test positive for COVID-19 na salon. Last week, na be 74 people. We na be the total where we don't lost to COVID-19. This week, na 74. So for the past 4 weeks, I go tell we say we get 0% where we don't lost to COVID-19. For the past 4 weeks, where you want to say now 1 month, 0% now we don't lost to COVID-19. The one them within isolation center where they respond to treatment. Last week now be 501. Today now 504. So find out say there is an increase. We go really like for me could they see a decrease in the number within isolation center where they respond to treatment. The one them way don't recover. We don't beat COVID-19 as alone. Last week, na be 1,816. Today, na 1,827. So, in 1 week, 11 people beat COVID-19 na salon. I'm trying to compare to maybe for the past 3 months. I think na the lowest we don't get so. Yes, this is the lowest. Last week, na be 12. Now we don't go 11. Quarantine centers, the one that we did now 108 last week, today na 87. The one that we did na quarantine centers. The one that we don't discharge, 12,043 last week, and today na 12,118. We inside 1 week we get 75 people. 75 people discharged from quarantine centers them. Well, now so the numbers there look like that's the one them we can compare. Now so they look like, but make we just look waiting we been get for today. The one them way they test the labs them, then test 486. Nine the labs them analyze 486 test them. Out of them 486 6 come when are positive. 6 come with positive, and then 6 then they come up from Western area urban. Western area urban are the 6 positive cases then come out. You know, say today Saturday, make we just go through the cumulative confirmed case in 2,405, but make we break them down by district. Bo 113, Bont 87, Bombali 51, Falaba 11, Kainlaon 95, Cambia 30, Karine 11, Kono 76, Kenema 127, Konadugu 36, Moyamba 58, Putloko 118, Pujaun 28, Tonkolili 80, Western Area Rural 299, Western Area Urban 1,156. Inbound passengers from the diaspora 29. And then they give you a total number of 2,405. For today, make we see what in the Mano River Union countries them come with. Sierra Leone 6, Guinea 55, Liberia 12, and Ivory Coast 16. That one they give you a total number of 116 new cases them now in the Mano River Union countries them get today. On the cumulative death, Sierra Leone 74, Guinea 75, Liberia 82, and Ivory Coast 129. Same as the last time will be there. No addition, not take place. We go always the admonish with people them say COVID-19 this alone. Make wear the face mask. Wash your hand. The gathering. Even though we go candy. Because Sarah Network be there live today at the Island of Secrets. Then Street Parade. UAC, UC, IUC. No, so. But even though face mask now be compulsory, according to announcement, but with waiting we see, it was not compulsory. Because people are not be aware and safe. Let's go through the week as Sarah Network being reports. On Sunday, we get opportunity for share the outcome of the Sierra Leone Nigeria game na Benin City. Usai the Nigeria Football Federation president been talk. We share them until we know what happened during the week. But let's continue. Campaign for Human Rights Development International, we na Chadi and the CEO na Abdul M. Fatoma maybe publish a policy brief on political accountability na Sierra Leone. On Sunday, we will get 0 new confirmed case, 0 death, and 4 new recoveries from coronavirus. Also, we get opportunity for share the UN Deputy Secretary General will be pay a courtesy call on the President of Sierra Leone, and then say they may discuss the country in progress on the SDGs and COVID-19. If you get opportunity for listening to the Judge Macaulay podcast, when at the episode 11, where he will talk about we interest. What thing we supposed to put we interest on. We will learn again say Salone we don't come out to Nigeria and then be reach Salone safely after that game in Nigeria. On Monday, we will learn say the court don't discharge all libel cases. Yes, the court na Salone. Remember say the sludge when a Sierra Leone Association of Journalists be called say, well, if the criminal libel law, they don't pull and they don't repeal them, their case system will be hang by people them. Then hope say then go pull and come out. Even I we sludge go and go tell thank you to the Minister of Information and Technology. I tell them say why them for goodie. I said it here. I say now them be the call say they need for make them to go within cases they're within a court right now. I say, but then they go back for go tell thank you. Well, I think say the Minister of Information will wait for the thanks so that he and the Attorney General go able for do it in them for do for to go within cases then they not do. So indeed, the Attorney General be careful get a quick press briefing where Usai say all the cases then will be hang. The criminal libel cases then will be in a court, the Salone court. They don't go all na do. You not get anything where it's him up again. Na yanda o yeri. Na de silver blinding. He say tell the Attorney General to in face. And I waiting Dr. Silver Blyden say. For say the SLPP regime then just abuse them power in order for make them gagam. He say the Boto Bata Roto Rata bogus case of 10 count charge for criminal libel blah blah blah, has been removed from the court by Honorable Attorney General Attorney Brewer. Eh? I don't know if you be see that one day. When that silver blinding, be right after. Then we can see another one from Ministry of Information and Technology. We tell we say severe blinding benefits. Severe blinding enjoy the thing way the president do for repeal the criminal libel law. So the case will be in aid, they don't pull and come out. And so Ministry of Information tell we why severe blinding say the boto bata roto rata say they be just they do am for gagam. The UN Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed be meet with the First Lady na status. Yes, then talk. Since I dey on the First Lady in matter now na ya. Every day would they beg this First Lady for make in social media, I don't know. Madam First Lady, what thing they go on? Because the First Lady, all that day on social media, we not sabi Kasada Kitchen. Kasada Kitchen. Now, in the First Lady, they go back and forth with Kasada Kitchen. No. And the First Lady, they go back and forth with the office of the First Lady in Sierra Leone. He left him. But in your personal page, now they in Kasada Kitchen, they go back and forth. Kasada Kitchen of all people on social media. First Lady, if you see the answer, everybody on social media, trouble. But this battle where you want to start with Kasada Kitchen, I think say it's not the right call. You no go Ebulamu. You can't. May I tell plain? First Lady can't able Kasada Kitchen. Because Kasada Kitchen has nothing to lose. You no get no office. But for the First Lady of Sierra Leone, for try for prove a point to Kasada Kitchen. Hi. Trouble day. But we need the First Lady of Sierra Leone for continue for champion waiting the champion. People are going to say, Mr. Sef Nana don't call you out on so many things, and the things they call you out on are then social media things they are. Now they call you out on. They do a good job on the hands of our girls. There are so many other things then. Now they call yourself for make you watch now waiting they happen with their young picking them. Hospitals them. PCMH. Do something. But not to for can pick fete with Kasada Kitchen. At all. Alaji Sila de Aksuda na Kasada Kitchen. Yeah. A big. Hey. I about to kick about say Kasada Kitchen and the queen of social media. But the J. Cole say not tired with this sound. Dear. It's now we know more. For saying now we know more, able for the tell First Lady say, please, on social media, you can't answer everybody. People are going to talk. You can't defend yourself. You can't. Because you get an office, your husband are the president of Sierra Leone. If you say you want challenge Kasada kitchen, you no go able ma. Unless you now too ready for drag na the mud, na the poto, fine. If you want drag na the poto with him, he fine. Eh? But I don't think so you want go na the poto. You want fet, Aristo fet, pan poto fet, in not the work. So now the main reason that they wait for just left Kasada kitchen full. Eh? Because Kasada kitchen in at the poto fet the fet. You now you want cow shwen fet pa the poto fet. You don't so say he go win you. So me are the big. That fet the you no go ebola. Huh? There is an office. Like I say, now we no more able to tell the first lady. Eh? Now we no more able to tell the first lady for say he not able for fet Kasada kitchen. Make he left her. Hey. Alright. Low they go. Même Zobi Safa say Kasada kitchen go reply me. Ikinkaya o. Ikinkana ya. Ikinkana ya. Ikinkaya watch one want him. But first lady need for chill on Kasada kitchen in issue. Because he no go win that battle. Kasada kitchen go drag na poto, he no go funny save. Okay. All you know they ask you na Kasada kitchen. The answer then did it. So a lot of people don't sabi Kasada kitchen, eh? And when Kasada kitchen, I don't promote you today. I don't promote her today. But the first lady need for chill on that battle day. Because you not go win. Okay. Let's continue. On Monday, Sierra Leone be registered 0 confirmed case, 0 death, and 2 new recoveries from coronavirus. Now that same Monday, even same day, because the game began for play on Tuesday, we'll see the president, Julius Madabio, and the first lady. Then we go now the training. Then we also congratulate Leone Star on the performance na Nigeria, and the president will tell Leone Star say he get a blank check for them. He say he get a blank check for them if they be win against Nigeria. Hey, him for be give them the blank check, then for be write anything with they want write today. On Monday, we will be deal with Naya. The 2021 budget, 75% salary increase in space of 3 years for the military, and also 25% salary increase for police, prison, fire officer, ONS, and Cisco. On Tuesday, we will get the opportunity for stream the handing over ceremony of the 70 newly constructed fishing boats and accessories where President Bio go launch na Aberdeen. You'll be watching that one day. You'll be see how that bingo. Boy, oh boy. We are ready for the game on Tuesday. But however, it be end 0-0. Leone Star and Super Eagle of Nigeria. On Tuesday, we get 1 new confirmed case, 0 death, and 1 new recoveries from coronavirus. That launching the way the president be do. Now, for say the 70 boats go support 1,400 youth. Now 7 fishing coastal communities. Each boat now be 20 youth man them. Now then be they like a youth group. Now then be they on one boat, and then be give them one boat and give outboard engine, outboard machine, and net and some other things them back. And the president be say the things are not too free, but however 50% of waiting and things then they cost. Now in the youth groups them go pay back in space of 2 years, 24 months. But then do them in a kind of way then go pay in space of 18 months. Then they go left 6 months way, then go to observe them. But at the end of the day, the youth man them now them go get the boat. This is a very good initiative. Now we don't see them. They talk about empowering the youth. Them. I just hope say the one them we receive the boats them. Then supposed for take good care of them boats here and make sure say them pay the money back so that as on that launch they will be launching when they pay back, then go able for top up the money again and able for assist other fishing youth groups them. This is good. This is really good if you watch them, because if they make everything, example, if everything costs 60 million, then 50% off, as the president say, it will cost you waiting 40 million and you go get for pay. If you do a right self, you're able to pay and quick, so you end with that. But in Sierra Leone, people don't, most of the time, not want for stand up. Like this, then go send a government program. The government don't give it. And in that too, but you demand them way day in by this boat business. They need for step up the game and pay that money back. Because this, now then kind tier we want for see. Then pay back. The youth ministry go able to come back and empower other people them. Okay, make we continue. On Tuesday, what will be doing now? We say the bill entitled the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. The Chief Minister be present na Parliament. Sierra Leone Bar Association don't get the new executive. All way till the talk so go on our website, it did it. The Task Force on Sexual and Gender-Based Violence be present the report to President Bio. It not be too late when be present report back. And you know say this now the first lady and the champion. I can't wait to make we get the first lady on board for champion the under 5, the child mortality. I can't wait so that every month they go learn at the president in table. Okay. After Tucker say, he saying he say the stadium, then go lock him from the 31st of January 2021 to January 2023. Okay, we don't hear. I don't know. I don't see any official statement on that. But this way I see so. Where Arthur Tucker writes about. For saying he said then go lock the stadium from the 31st of January 2021 to January 2023 for 2 years because they want to do massive renovation there. Alright. 60 years they come. Who said them plan for make we celebrate them as one big family? Make that sink in. If this na any truth for make we go by, I think this na a signal for make we know what's in the camp, before we. But slow they go because other side and the bomb mini stadium self they not so. He said that go soon go public. All right, we are waiting because the Nigeria then be did make fun of that stadium day, but the Bow Stadium is well presentable. Maybe because of no, I don't know. Why they not be choose for good one day, but again something they go say people and go and take and make politics. But we'll continue. Sierra Leone be register 5 new confirmed cases on Wednesday, 0 death and 0 new recoveries from coronavirus. We'll be asked a question now on Wednesday where a lot of people not being glad for who ask if na crime for make person born in a salon. By the end of the day, we'll be no side the question be born from and we'll be get an understanding and the program be going well. This time the kind of thing we want to see the first lady come in and champion. That we want to see. Oh, Thursday. Boy, oh boy. We be able to issue the warning where the security sector begin. Say they no want to see nobody for go left the former president where they go to anti-corruption. We also get to say the lawyers them for the former president be grant interview for say, don't worry about the former president insecurity and waiting them be say if anything happen, I then go responsible. So then become for see waiting the talk be they go on between them and the ACC. Just after that, we see inside ACC come. Patrick Sandy himself come for come make we know it's in an ACC point. But you see on that day, I sit on a studio at the watch the time way Patrick Sandy they talk. And the exact word we become at that time, I mean much, what video talk. We say, yes, the talks then they on. Number one first, he say he not be the inside. He say the commissioner, Francis Benkefala, and the lawyers then at them be talk. He not be there. But however, they are still hopeful and they wait to see the former president go show up. Even when he go na the press briefing, the Thursday press briefing, the Ministry of Information and Communication, that was the same thing where Patrick Sandy say. Say, then they wait steady they done. Say, the former president go show up. And the same Patrick Sandy, we tell we say, then still get for call the Minister of Labour now for make he go answer for then arrest them. The same one. No. So maybe they talk that and I say, so should I believe you? Because if you don't tell me something for so we not come to pass. Una left we hanging about that. Una tell we say make we believe una. ACC say una go call Minister Timbo. Alpha Timbo. Una say una go call them. About that, yes. Una say the case not done it. How much months don't go now? The man, he didn't in capacity as a minister now the cruise. The other tell them they ask, ACC say they not get power for go tell the president say no put this man back in position. So now the president now be put him back in position. But however, then get a work for do. And when the time reach, then go call the minister. So still they vote. Maybe right now the minister they work on eggshell. If you mistake, now that's any then go call it not to so. Something ain't go by it right now. You know, say Ina be one of the aspirants them for 2018. So then just maybe then this one say if you want mistake back for say you want be aspirant come the next election. Then you just use that then kidding. So alone, I not say na so it be. Make person not begin quote me just now. Because I say because of this particular ACC program, I received a lot of calls from concerned people, Sierra Leoneans them, who I appreciate. However, if you can agree with me on some areas then, if you not agree with me, it's fine too. Because on that day, because of the statement where I make, I receive calls from some people who say they not go follow Sierra Network again. I receive messages from some people who say they now they know say me na SLPP. I receive people have the time, then take time for reach out to me. Just for make a know say they are not happy with me because of that particular program that they did. Somebody go to the extent say, why make me for say that big man we no want respect? You go giam. Me not be done the statement and I be say make people and done the statement. But that's a quotation in Sierra Leone. And for that day, now so I feel. And I think just like I can say now, everybody get rights to your opinion. Yeah? Everybody get rights to your opinion. But some people just feel say Now that time if you no say we na ya. We dey talk am me. May I talk for myself first. Me I dey talk am awasian. Awasian, na so I dey talk am. So if you get an issue, it left to you. Me I'm not can go as far as me first lead you. But me, I just to make clear we understand. And I only want me they do on Saturday when I myself give me an opportunity. But make we understand. I can understand say people just feel say people in media and they look for things for do. They feel say everybody within the media they talk, they defend government position. Share a network. Una try for see as a pressure group. And other way they represent the people of Sierra Leone. I think you know ever get opportunity for make you take your time and listen. We talk to the camera. Listen to the people and waiting the people that they talk. We they try for create the voice of the people. Yeah, the voice of the people. Now they try for make people understand. I know say we sometimes we people them we just stay one side. But let's be flexible sometimes. Una always take una time call me. People call me actually. Not one, not two, not three. The one that will call me, then say then go they listen now. So if they can't talk, yes, they call me. I'm not saying out of bad. Even the day we una call me, una say I said nothing. I just left when I explained. I said thank you very much. And that was it. I don't argue. I don't say anything. Not so. So, and for make you know, say, we not they argue, we not they fight. No. Now one salon. And when we there, if we all begin get the mindset for make salon be with priority, do something at the area where you come out. Do something at the school where we did it. Do something. Forget about government. Forget. Do what you able for do. We go ask them for the basic. And you know who they ask, you know the tire. They ask stay and give it. But the little we able for do, please do them. Make them shame away. Yeah? On Thursday, we will get 0 new confirmed case, 0 death, and 2 new recoveries. If you find out say this week, Sunday we will get 0, Monday we get 0, and on Thursday we get 0. So 3 days in the week we will get 0 new cases them na salon. Which will be laying at table now, just like as I be the talk just now for the former president who failed for honor the ACC invitation. On Friday, we'll be launching the President Julius Maada Bio will launch the Disaster Management Agency and he will express hope in the use of science for predict climate change adaptation. Where I read this, now I say, hey, wait to President Bio. na Donald Trump, and because Donald Trump say not believe in science, so the thing that we make. Italian conversation something I don't think the way Donald Trump talk. Na want make it be one-time president. So president really try for clear on your side say we Sierra Leone we self because some people I'll tell you say now we Kamarimba they inside. If Kamarimba be dinner do you know how much audio for don't make? You know how much audio for don't do? For say president I dey tell now say a one-time president just like Donald Trump now make President Leone don't begin tell you say in belief pan science then so you hope say then go able for use science for predict climate change adaptation. But Mr. President, as you dey talk that one day, sir, what about the timber business where they go on now in a salon and they cut with ticket them better one and all that they affect too. All that one day they affect we. A salon. Some days them I can go back and begin watch Talk to the Camera. We don't do back. Soon you will begin see I they come with best of Talk to the Camera for the year. I beg, please, when it's been uploaded, watch them. Make you listen to the people them. You be realize say this year na funkia. We talk to boatman then day. And then we tell you say na the worst year this pan fishing business. We fish not in our water. Then say boatman them. That you don't do long ago. But like I said, me I can go back, I go listen them. They say boatman then they go out, burn fuel, where they go before, then come back nothing no day. Who that they put on pan to go la? We check them to go la then they sign na Chinese. My dear, how they go? Salon. Young case. It dey fresh. Look and they don't come yonder. Okay. Somebody need for be block. I just do that now. You know, so we know they post them then I Paramount chief them na Kaila be welcome President Bio and then be praise the development them na den locality. Yes. Go find out say up to today self President Bio day na that part day. When President Bio go, people then begin to say, hey, now because them be invite former President and Eskuruma, I make President Bio don't go by Liberia border. Hey, Saloon, get in there. Eh? But you see the people them, eh? See how the people then come out in numbers, not so? Pulse Africa, Pulse Online TV Africa, and also the First Lady in page, then be the stream even the information and communication page, then be the stream See how people then come out, eh? Okay. According to what Umar Ufofana be reports on BBC, for say a warrant of arrest could be imminent for former President Nkrumah, and so Francis Benkefala say. This gets one of the most trending news lately for this month. Okay. For the month of November. Yes. Yes, this one too, the warrant of arrest, trend big time. Now a website, but this one where I can read to now be passam. 2020 WASSCE 5 subject pass rates by the countries them. The country them will pass 5 subjects. The people that will pass 5 subjects now then country there. Now so it look like. Ghana 68.5% picking them we sit the WASSCE exam, then pass 5 subjects and above. Gambia 64.8%. Nigeria 65.8%. Boy oh boy in Sierra Leone 4.5%. Now in pass for they always sit the WASSCE exam. The results don't come out. 4.5%. Now they pass. Why? Why not only 4.5% now they pass? When you looking at the comments, people saying that the students them, because them be used for cheat. So this administration don't come for wipe out that. Where you watch, people then say, this administration they claim say, then they do free quality education. But look the results where they come out. even that 4.5% day. Mostly not from private school and not the government school. 4.5% as compared to Gambia, 64.8%, Nigeria, 65.8%, Ghana, 68.5%. But Sierra Leone, 4.5%. Why? Who is to blame? Not to this year. People they say now because they're not grilled and spy. I make. All man gets the way they talk about this particular one. What's in the go on? Sierra Leone. Where are we? Educationally. Who say we there? The minister, he be right. Let me see. Unfortunately, I think we go try for share what's in the minister right. Because people then begin make fun of the minister waiting he be right. But this now waiting is say. He say the worst way they happen to a country now when the citizens them politicize education. He say when President Bill say free quality school education, it not mean say na but politics. It means say na free quality school education. Just that. Tipini tapande. Full stop. Say na that he mean. He say education cannot be politicized. A video reach now we on table who says if not be put at it, where then teachers them be they grumble. Say they not pay them. And say that they vote for this president. Then talk all thing. You says I don't see that video there. He says sharing videos of aggrieved teachers to make a political statement only prove how disconnected you are from reality. Where you don't see. If people share the video, so okay, I be don't see them all over, so I be just choose not for share them on Sierra Network. But now the other thing that I can tell this minister, say to politician, instead for just staying focused. If somebody share the video, not mean say they want politicize. It means say the video for come to the attention. The video for come to the attention of the one them info canal and can address say, yes, we don't see the video, we go like for check them people in there and see how aggrieved they are, waiting na this, waiting na that, and promise for fix the situation. Instead of a cam and can say the one the way they share the video, they want politicize the people them waiting at the video, waiting and they talk. Mr. Minister, the people them we talk in that video they are aggrieved. They are aggrieved. And I think say na something make them talk waiting them talk. They say they not get paid. And them even be they grumble about the minister in safe. Then be they grumble about the minister. Say them want the minister in attention. But now the minister they say the people that will share the video na politics they want bring inside. So it don't divert instead of addressing the situation here. It don't divert for address the situation. When me say, then teachers they go on and on. Now then go on for blame the teacher then say, nah, then other people them say na opposition, now then go tell them say, make them make that video day. where the teachers them now out of frustration say they not receive the money. The other one say don't they almost say they ready for getting a 1 month salary in then get. That's what the minister should be addressing. And the minister for the address. We understand, say, this particular administration had a flagship program. They don't add per the 2021 budget 1 trillion. The teacher the way talking in that video say the previous government where they give you PIN code and they certify you, where then they pay you the backlog. Then they go from back. They pay you all thing. They say, but this administration, then just they pay you for that month today. And the people let me grumble about. But the minister say, na politics. He say, if you care for no, make it let you know this. You gonna say, teachers make 40% of the government in payroll. And each, then they don't get 30% increase this year. He say, if you care for no, 4,000 plus teachers, they don't reassess them and they don't place them on the right pay scale starting next year. He say, if you really care about the teachers, you go notice how the Teaching Service Commission don't hire 5,000 plus new teachers and then don't launch amazing policies and done continuous professional development for thousands under their leadership. And then the minister say. So waiting the people and talk about, it don't bypass them because I don't say na politics. Okay. Make we push goes further small. He say for now, make I introduce to you the true pass rate. Now the WASSCE inside 2019 and 2020. He say if you care about the content for say 95% fail rate, you the app for share false news. False news they kill hope, they kill dream, and they kill people. There is a difference between credit and pass. There is also a difference between university degree requirement and other university requirements. You say when you look at the chart, it will become obvious, say there is a slow but gain DD. In education being made amidst the reduction in widespread malpractice. He said the chart from the provision results released by WAEC for 2020 is a good thing for we country, and there's progress particularly in science. Whether in a APCO, PMDC or NGCO, whether you believe in President Bio prior to 2018 or not, it's okay. Now, you say for pause and reflect, you can make education work. That's the least you can do to support the country. And yes, don't spread fake news. We are on the right track. I'm glad, Mr. Minister. We serve, not the tribe. The chat with the minister, we go upload them tomorrow. Make we all see them, yeah? This one will the talk show. We go put on the website so you self go able to see and go through and find one. How the minister the talk show. But the minister play mind game now. He play mind game. Because it take him from the video. Don't he introduce what you want to introduce. Then he work out with two side, one work out with three. But you not address waiting the teachers then see. The teachers then call them out. You not address them. You know address them at all. But how they go? Will they wait for the day where you go come and address that? I hope so they not go look for the teachers there now, because then now don't put the minister now don't put politics inside it. In the same people and put her. Because info come and address and talk directly to the teachers then. But you say people then they share the video because of politics. The teacher then they grumble. Then call them out. Alright. On Friday, we get 2 new confirmed cases, 0 death, and 2 new recoveries from coronavirus. We get opportunity yesterday for make we share Senegal versus Sierra Leone under 20. The game end up 1-1. Leone Star then try up at the second half, then score, but they not be able to maintain. They make them one, then they come and equalize. If you not be there yesterday, I say you miss. You want make I repeat them back? I say if you not be there yesterday, you miss. That's what I say. Yesterday, missing Sierra Leone away from home, waiting. Pauli Gombulo King Gombulaya, waiting at the team, we can draw we back, go salon. And then they will be laying at table yesterday. And yesterday, boy, we get them nice. Then Friday program there. Now, not sabi safe. On our way, they look at with bad eye. Now, they take them on board on Fridays. They talk nothing politics, but good time. The Island of Secrets, when a reality TV show with the Camina Salon, we share network now official partner. We have a memorandum of understanding. I was there on the start of the everything when the program was even being born. You see Tripoli inside the boat to go on an island. Yes. Then we get the street parade today. We stream them live now. Share network here, and even though we are partner to it, when the crew na Sierra Leone be contact me say they don't get the pass from police, they don't get the clearance from police for able for parade the streets of Freetown for showcase. The contestants them 55. Right now they don't open voting they go on. I be careful. Sit down and look, say Sierra Leone is really a place where I'm not talking about the Island of Secrets. Like I said, we're official partners. I was there. The island where you get for sea, I was the one that coordinated it. Yes, Tripoli. So not to that they talk about now. But when me be get for land, say police don't give them clearance. I be get for sit down back and look, say if these young people them not something where them be aggrieved about, then go to police for me then give them clearance. They not go give them. They won't. They not go give them. But when about enjoyment, ladida, for going at it, for sit down on top motorcar and everything, then give them clearance. And give them police where they go and clear traffic for them. They go say, oh, now for the entertainment, I understand that. But we want for see the time where the youth go say they want for Kana Street for make president be you know. For say they not happy. We want for see we mama them within a market. The day then go say they not glad. They want for bring president bring attention. We want for see the daddy them with the strike, with the hustle. The day then go say they want come out. For make police give them clearance, just so that the president gonna say these people they are not happy. The Lincoln Queen people them. Then students in TTD. We see them the other day. Now the culvert edge. Now they then sit down. So then they wait for the president to go pass. He go see them. Because if they come up beaucoup like that other time, then go come after them. Ha. But when na for ladida, then they give. I hope say we youth man them get for wise up. They really need to. To all the picking them where they die. Make the comrade them. Then self commodity, we picking they don't die too much. We need attention. Na cottage hospital. Make them give them the pass. Make them come out. But the thing then we not go help for bill with you to man them. We not go help for bring something in their life. Then go give them say, make them go enjoy. Eh? Salon. We watch reality TV shows them. This is gonna be different though. I make people lady on board. But the day I see say they want go in a way where you're not supposed to go, trust me, I come out. But this you're gonna love it. It's gonna be different. Also that one where you see every from Monday to Friday, then they party. Yesterday will be dinner, they get to time nice, then be the bikinis, beach, like where other people they want to talk, say, hey, nah, above 18, no can talk na this and that. Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday, Sunday to Sunday, na party, gladness, party. My dear, God help us. Yeah? President Bill be visit Balan home. There be stress for the need for parents them for send them picking them go school. We also learn say President Bill he don't turn sword, don't turn dirty a Kainlaon for build Kainlaon bus station. Yes, Kainlaon self go can get bus station. Okay, a year of delivery. They observe and see how the things and they go on and on and on and on. What's the again past na me? You know, see, not only on this day, na myself they get me opportunity for make a rub mouth. But things them as then they unfold. Not so. I make way the computer they misbehave just now. Actually, not be computer problem, but we get them fixed temporarily. Remember, I don't tell we say the first Saturday in December we get a family talk now. Yeah? The first Saturday in December we get family talk. Me and all the one that we lecture and network, we get family talk now. We need for talk. I know see beaucoup people they say triple in this triple. A family talk we get na other day. But you get for do with money, so they get around one time more. But not that for make you not come more. Eh? Because you get for do with money. The first Saturday night, we get family talk for talk. So these are the things them we pass through Sarah Network. Make we begin out to panelists them. Make we get the summary for them for the week. Yes, us friend, you get the platform, sir. What's in your summary for the week, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. And thanks to all my listeners and viewers in there. And I go for first of all congratulate you and tell you thank you for the part we don't play on this island. This island. They also the program when they do this reality show. So in other words, now all the kind of promotion and based on the trust who you get and the people that we do them, and mostly again the trust we then get in you. So then they back and for you go even be one of the who go streamer. And as part of the one they one of the brain workers. So thank you for that one day. Looking at the week what happen, there are different issues that we go. Some of them then come to the we don't like, some of them then pass, we able for pick up, but the few they will some of who pick up. Now some of the will be don't talk about and some of them will happen we will not be just bring here. The first one we're going for look into now just again for congratulate the charity organization or this kind of movement within they do. in terms of civil society movement, in terms of trying for inner party democracy and financial reporting and corruption and how the funds then they develop and they raise fund, and also some other issues in terms of political agendas and political plans. Now a good plan, when you look at it now, you would say let we stream them and just bring them down to not to corruption directly, but some other areas within corruption they bring about, and transparency, because all the accountability and transparency then they try for bring about. Let people and with the accounts and be transparent in anything what they do towards the development of the country. And then we look at now again the work of the ACC, part of them towards some of this what they do. And then we bring them closer now to the present issue where they reign about and where everybody will look their attention to one of the ex-president and his Bekroma invitation where they bring them for try come they can get statement towards meeting then they try for accuse them about, or waiting they don't say at this they say they suspect say he involved or he knew about, let them investigate for no. So not to charge, they don't charge their aids, they just say now this would not say if you say people from information who don't get now this you don't do the same way you've been the role. We will not say draw down a lot and billions don't they, but as we they say the only way we then will try to have the STC then we don't give them the mandate for increase the powers then of arrest and confiscation and do other things independently. So they try for say, well, now they don't get this power. Let us see how far this power will then get if they will be independent and get the right paritors there for letting them pursue this. And then we will look on the other side of the ex-president. He said, solicitors that will see them meeting up on the behalf to stand against this. So we try for see like kind of a battle, but on a kind of a floor where a platform where they don't create so that they will able to foresee what actually happened during this my tenure where this commission of inquiry not able for church. The church that side, but they're not able for execute them. So the only way they for execute them the law within the bind them for seeing international law will get for involved based on their own law we will able for convict this Maya from the thing they wouldn't say don't take now the country or you don't involve in trying for give mandatory to some things that we go. Or now he sign some paper or something that we know it for don't stop. And then they say it launder money in terms of evidence we don't get. So they look and say here now a way where they don't put say the last resort, they say then they give a warrant of arrest when 72 hours, then are like 3 days. So you know come during that 3 days they then go try for issue a warrant of arrest. So you go ask now when these 3 days will begin. Or when this wire then go issue them, but then say that the last resort. But then keep in suspense because they say then they negotiate for security. They at the same time again, then they say, well, then they wait till the end of that day when the man before don't come on Thursday. If you don't come, they go know what then they do. So we don't know now if actually they don't issue this or then they wait them on they come or the outcome of a negotiation about the security what they say they might claim for if they go with them. So that's why they all it means in engagement, execution, and somebody for say, well, I get guilt, different from being shameful. I get forget shame, or I get forget guilt. If I get forget shame, for that I will cover me on dignity. What I will not say this what they do, for let me dignity go, I go clear them. Well, you go can't say I will take on board, like will go. Then the guilt. If you go say that guilt, the people go say, well, you don't want to go because he guilty. For that, he know they go. They look up and the law back. Now true say the law day, but we'll get for no until when these two parties meet, based on the statement when they go give. When they go give because they record them, they say they do voice recording, and then they take statement, and then they try to present this thing now, know if they go further in a court. Or they will make a decision based on their own law they wouldn't get. So now the side one day I hope what they will able to negotiate so I will be able to know so that things will go in suspense. Because the other one day is suspense, now for try show we would I don't begin pay. Because that one day then do up and the press release and promise they will begin give. And they show the source inside people and they go get them. So all that one they will still be in suspense of those who they say they will cash you without they don't pay. So all those kind of things maybe might be a kind of recipe for let people then go able for cooperate. Whether the one they would draw for kind sign off for kind give new statement or whether they get for go to court so that we go able for know and get a clear picture. So I know people in suspense so that we will really know how they go. Then looking at the area outside, they say so we get a topic here when they talk about children them or you them born in a salon. If in a bad thing for born in a salon or not, they will look at a broad spectrum based on the picking who we don't pass away, who they give with sympathy and condolence to the family. But the idea is that if we look at the midwifery side and look at the availability of things, Medicine Sans Frontier being get for train 47 nurse midwives them. It was towards the end of 2017. They send them. Then I think that it became Ion regime by then. Then send them to Ghana. So they go for go land after this Ebola and Lassa fever for beef up and health salon for go before. But this 47 midwives that we come, then don't come for them to execute their own duties in terms of developing the learning with the other nurses they need. And waiting for go about for treat. But you go ask yourself that if they incapacitate them since that time they because now just recently then come when 2019. So that one and they go see say well now the need for them go say they can't do their duty based on the availability of waiting then they use for do their own work. So the government that you sign up for say, well, we will get for help that thing that will make it available to you. Because if we get people that will go help for train midwives there and bring them come, despite we get we all are during our place for train midwives, if they said they go help for train, then we bring in more help or we able for help. So you look at the area of the government, I will prioritize in resources there now for saying there is still need for now we will put available hospital there where we will look well equipped and available resources there we will able for do let people and get less maternal woman than maternal the death rates. You know what the death rate of woman then the death rate of picking them. So you go able for reduce. You know what mortality rates in terms of the woman there, when they go for go born, and then they picking them back when they don't born, how they go able for go. So it left to the duty of the government for no say what would they bring resources there, like how they do that free medicine where they give now. So when I through the National Medical Supply Agency, then we'll try to say the availability of some medicine then, or the availability of something then, like what they talk about this eclampsia. When you look at eclampsia, what they improve all now they talk about so. Now this topic here more. Why then they try for bring that picture? Then try for say now the area that one day people like lost their life more. And picking and they lost their life, and then picking and they become more and they know they become like orphans. When they know they get mommy again because they get the three stages. They get the antepartum one. Well, they born it. We not born it. You get the belly. What will happen with you? You go able for know if the indication of the mommy reach for like you understand say I get for the go na clinic so that I go able for know my blood pressure and if I get a level of protein when a simple urine test when a dipstick we then go able for check for because the type of the amount of urine, the amount of your age, your blood pressure, these all the factors that when they build up so that you when they build up for you will get this particular sickness. So in other words, na simple procedure. You get back here at the water problem. Where the water, some of them bring boreholes. The water, it gets a lot of saline in the free tongue because now some water with them boreholes there. The water when they come is pure, but it gets amount of saline. And this saline, like some of people will get kidney, it affects them. So all of those factors they come for say how would they manage resources then, how they interrelate. So the good water system, you get the good health system, then you get the light system. Because of the light system, nowadays, you see that picking begin for that because of oxygen. They don't put a standby automatic generator as that thing there the autonomous, that thing there they come on. So you will say sometimes the people and the negligence in terms of delivering it, or you will say the negligence they come from the nurses, or sometimes you will blame the availability of resources. and the one day when they deliver them back. So, but the problem they more for the one day when they try for bring the availability of the resources. Because all of these things are what they cancel. Now, because of the woman who go to hospital for go check in blood pressure and clinic where you go follow up, you not go able to know. The 10 hours or 10, the pregnancy day, and the 10, some they even born. After they don't born, the picking go there alive. Then in the mommy don't go because you don't get this after you don't born. That are the postpartum eclampsia. When a fits they happen with you, when they say fits, the Jordan they lock, your blood pressure they take, all the body they convulse, then all this they increase in terms of picking that they left, who they know they get mama, because that mommy you don't manage born the picking, you don't get this sick. Or some now both the mommy and the mommy the picking they die. That now the one where the intrapartum one, or towards the time now where they can't born. But the idea behind this is in terms of how these people when they see that they go send for work develop the idea, when they bring them, how they will able for help for them will utilize them. You come back to the area where mama, if you don't born now, for like go breastfeed. You not go get that time for breastfeed the pikin. The time when you get that for grab morning, for go fend fish, or for go buy market that go for can't bring them back. That time when you give the pikin the breastfeed, when the first antibody of your body get colostrum, a yellow milk substance, when a free one with God don't give nature. You know, go get like one breastfeed the pikin, but sometimes the time when you go breastfeed and the pikin will be very strong for get good antibodies for fight against the mammy for also. So you see say how the area where that MCC score come is still a drop. Because these things are all them, they bring them, they put them before to we, then they try for bring in, but they are not having that impact who will develop the place. So you will question whichever back say the funding them where they try for the transparency, the accountable, the one that they bring them in there. Because look about the whatever I see now about in one time now normally when they go boost the area there now. Now about a year ago, they bring this program here. And already they do them back. And I think UK to then call them a Foreign Commonwealth and Development Fund. And this Foreign Development Fund, it even look into education. When you look at the amount of money when they spend, the project they started in September 2009, which was time back, that are the first one they bring down first. So then it cost about 14,789,000 what they give. Now they totally use. But you think that this has been done in 2009. I mean, in 2016, then it began 2009. Was there an impact what it bring towards the development of water? You go ask if you should again, no. So he asked about the roadway passed in the past for can bring something it affect. If now you know say now big motor they come, find a route where big, then you know where bang the side. You get the height, so that even some road they tell you the height. So you know the entry point. So sometimes you bring people back. We get for the question because who that they need help this year when you look at it. They call him Adam Smith. And Adam Smith now what he been they do now for do a kind of development for help the government, the organization there. So in other words, you get for look whether they can help you. You question who that they come. You get for try learn a lesson. Look at what if it don't happen. So that you go know an entry point because Adam Smith not just a body. And we know UK are very good in terms of finding person who related to the government for who get a problem. When I don't get the money, when I bring Adam Smith now they can deliver that in a special fund organization, when I globally. So you try to see these things will cause a problem of development. So in other words, entry points where they get for they try to check like how they do so now UNDP, then they try for wanna allow they see what they give now, wanna do this. So they try for they do their things there. The development around the salon is too much. But they see the impact. There are donors there where they come because of the entry point. You get for question them. So if I left that side now, I will come quickly to the area where that oil refinery, what area about say, then they try for the vamp, the one who did a shell. But then the question, the company what they try for can't do and back. So this is back, they come back to entry point. Where then they go bring? Where they do this? It will get an impact or are they qualified for develop with? Because one time the man will say, well, they're not going to use, they're not going to develop or revamp the one at Shell. I remember I maybe asked that question at AYV. Now I say that they go now dump. Now they want to go put the refinery because of the setup within a Shell. But now they already say don't change their mind and shell the one for can refine with a different one. But the idea is good because when they refine petroleum, you get put in there. Then they bring out the crude oil, you get asphalt, you for make road. You get even the petroleum jelly we they use for make here, that Vaseline. You get all the other things now, petrol, gas, gasoline, diesel, all those kind of things. Then Una said they produce, they get income from that, and people they get employed. But Una get for Una they go bring. When they bring them, when they can't do them, then go able to land posting fine, then go able to go before for make tea fine, or then go make on their own profits. So all these kind of things. And then finally, why they do the peace, they are the most thing, one of the important thing in any environment, the peace and reconciliation. What then they try for bring time in a salon in terms of a kind of an act where they will get a certain body who will look into this. But with the question now say, then get for look into the failures who don't come. Where United Nations then we don't put the charter about 1945 after the Second World War, then bring this charter for peace. The only thing about they defend angles them of different for satisfy through the food program, through the picking them for develop them, so that people then will live in a social life who will be able to make their life better. They don't get time for complaint, where they will be able to forget instability. So you get for look say when they bring them in there, then look who sign failures them been there. When they don't sign their first peace treaty here, where they been go sign them, they left for feds, then bring them a free tongue, what they been do? Then turn back, they begin the feds back. The government things for example, they get for take up. That they been do, but people then get for find out why it still happens. Say after all this, we invite we get even a ministerial post, but yes, still things are not being worked out well. So let we find a solution where we for approach and we'll get long-lasting peace. Let we involve everybody where we know about this. Take to the one that we involve. We involve the nurses and we will take part. Involve paramount chief that will know about this. You involve the religious people that will do about this. Then bring in the ideas. Then we will take them now. We will look which one and which one will match for fitting. Instead of we just say, well, we try to implement this, so we will impress the outside world for no say, we score, we score. We put it in principle, but let's try and put it further than that in practice. So that they make the score they come. So I believe say when next year this MCC score business they end, I don't know if we will continue with that project because now one of project to them bring come USA and next year they go down. What thing they would do? What thing will be their pay sets and therefore they get a natural instinct. They don't wait till they come begin the map way before go before. Not we get the instinct saying we are ready to go because now mankind. And for that they say mankind, we are kind, you human being. Let you not become somebody who will go before. So thank you very much for giving the platform, and thank you again for everything we do. Let God continue to bless you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, you're most welcome, sir.
Yeah. Make we come with doctor. Make we hear waiting a doctor in summary for the week. Yes, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo, you get the platform. Your summary for the week, ma.
Yes, hi. Good evening, everyone. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Thank you to Fred for your contribution. And in summary, we get to deal with a lot of, maternal health and things that a pregnant woman can go through if they not take care of them very well. And that's really not something we always strive for, see how best, we healthcare system will improve. And that can help with the child mortality rates in the country, because the pre-eclampsia, we get for deal with hypertension, during pregnancy due to so many different things where they contribute to that. And the lack of monitoring, can be the cases in many of those incidents. But if we not get good healthcare system, it will make everything worse for the woman them as well as, picking their way they born at the country. So it really a complication where they happen due to, high blood pressure and some damages then then go happen because of that high blood pressure. Just think of it. Somebody will not carry somebody within the womb get high blood pressure. We can see some of the things and where the person presents with, not to talk of, person we get pregnant with pregnant, we say, they only care for himself at that moment, they care for and the unborn baby, So many factors and can lead to that. But, that's not a whole discussion we get for deal with, so many different things. And but we get the necessary things and at the country where they really monitor Beloma and them, how it's supposed to monitor them, some picking them will born alive. Right? Some woman don't go through the full term, 9 months for find out, say, after 9 months of pregnancy, you born a stillbirth. Where we say them for we don't monitor that, maybe within the pregnancy stage, where we say if somebody don't go through 37 weeks of gestation, it can born that bikini, they survive. You don't need to go through that 40 weeks of pregnancy. So sometimes these things then stillbirth then can happen within that, after that 38 weeks day, where we say at 38 weeks then you consider that as a full term, right? So sometimes things can happen in a slight second, but if we not get a system then in place, we go really ensure say the pregnancy, it go up to term, or maybe this is not a pregnancy will feel say you need to go through C-section, but ensure say, not to go say, oh, like we're in America, just I want to say sometimes people think the physicians here, they want for just do C-section because they not get patients. No, now the lawsuit, not too high. The physician where they work now obstetric, right? In your malpractice insurance, higher past one they work now family, now primary care or other different specialties them. Because then they sue, now so it became born, because due to lack of oxygenation to the brain, what they call cerebral palsy, right? Because the cannot get enough oxygen by the time the mommy they born them, you don't lost oxygenation within the brain. So you see them picking away they born with them disability, then or the family they joke, then get lawyers then we just sit on the wait for them kind of thing, right? But because now we country, people they need to sue. Right? Like where Triple H always say, me, I want to sue. Right? Then they sue now Africa. When they sue for that kind of thing, and they will say, what? Now because of lack of negligence, now it makes this happen to me and the Pekin. Trust me, things will be fine. But that even said, how you go even sue where they say the hospital, where they go born in Pekin, or where the Pekin they not get all the necessary equipment then. Government not make provision for ensure say the healthcare system is intact. So when the healthcare system is intact, the next person will go after the physician, right? Or the provider, the provider will get for be the one where they or the midwives and things like that. But you can't do that in Sierra Leone. You only do if really things are in place. So it's very difficult. We healthcare system is broken. And I make so many things that don't happen. And follow the see young baby them. They die. Where really for me it's close to my heart. Not only because I work now the profession, but also for me, before you talk about somebody, how it do well in society, how it will contribute to society. Now, because he's healthy. If somebody not healthy, you're not going to do nothing. You're not going to do nothing because everything they stop. The moment when you find out that you are sick, whether not work they work, whether not school they go, anything they do, they stop because first that you got to be healthy before you go out there. So, but how we can do that? We can only do that if we government understand, say, for let me country go forward. The people that are the country for be healthy. The people that when they born, then go born them where they not go die because of lights not in a hospital or lights go out. And they're under oxygenation, where they not even get the oxygen, And when they talk about COVID-19, just think about what COVID-19 they do to them. When they talk about the oxygen saturation, where they go below 90%. The normal oxygen saturation for somebody, now 95 to 100. But the people that will get like lung disease, like congestive heart failure, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease like emphysema because they don't smoke too much. They don't damage, part of their lungs. So then you can deal with oxygen saturation for up to 93%. So anywhere from 90 to 93, they're okay. So the people that when they can see where they go on a mechanical ventilator, when they intubate, put tube down their throat, so that the machine breathes for them, their oxygen there in the 80s, right? So, and as you oxygenation you go down, they also deal with some heart problem them, and then the body they shut down certain areas then will not function properly. Just they try to compensate how you will get oxygenation to the brain. So it focus on the vital organs then first before it begin to focus on other parts there. And if that prolongs, what thing they end up for happen? The person will begin to get complications through multiple systems where now they fail. And in so many cases, people already survive that. Not to talk of a young baby where they say they're just born up. Yes, part of in lungs they don't develop, but really not really strengthened yet. Because as somebody they grow, you organ them, they build up, some immunity as well as, functions, and they increase. So if you go get picky, we're not even 24 hours old. And to find out, say, the oxygen, no day. It is like an intensive care unit for the neonates. For example, even a regular floor. If that oxygen and they keep them alive, it will go on. And at the same time, for it will be very easier for them find out this woman, this pregnant woman, will go up to 40 weeks of pregnancy. Then go for try and go do a C-section. We go save the woman and save the pikin. Me, I just want to talk to you. I get 3 pikin, 1 through natural birth and 2 through C-section. And what they lead me to then C-section and they now similar now complications and wait and try to avoid. But people see these things differently in Africa. There's so many myths them when they say, oh, you see now operation on what you do and things like that. That's really not something I would say, because I have sisters that had C-section in Africa, and they were fine, or sister-in-laws. But my point is, if we don't get things in place, that's going to be difficult to do. That's going to be difficult to do. And so they can let for sit on our house back to go to them, mommy them for say let them do the midwifery. Yeah, they do the midwifery, but they see what they can do to some women. Then they beat them. Then they say, push. Now people are picking. Now you want to kill. Then they say all sort of stuff. Those kind of things. It really, now some people need to do a lot of public health education in the community. For that, the midwives now when they work now, so we're not getting nothing against them, because you know what? I'm sure so many people were born in that era, but if things and they change, they'll try to adapt. As changes they can at work, they'll adapt. And some of the things that they see in a clinical setting, they call those things evidence-based practice, based on things that we don't do. We don't show clinical results. Say if you do this way, then this is not the outcome where you get. So you get something where you say no, because I don't do this, and I saw it done, and then the outcome was positive. So those are evidence-based practice where really, as clinicians, that's what we focus on. But that's hard. If they're not doing enough research in the country, it makes it very hard. And we really hope the healthcare where they say we ask for, we don't ask for them, but people don't begin to die. I think just now for take precedence over so many things. Let the government pour money into the healthcare system alone, so that we will see young people and grow and become somebody in our society. We really beg and we ask for things like that. And then that takes me to COVID-19. COVID-19, almost 57 million people that don't get COVID-19 worldwide. But people then very adamant when it comes to wearing masks and social distancing. And this is all what they see right now in Sierra Leone about mask wearing. It's not happening. It's like, for me, people just think there's no COVID-19. And that's really scary. Just looking at a video not long ago before this program started, I wonder, how can people do that? Knowing that we're in a world pandemic where they kill people, how many people they don't die from COVID-19 worldwide? Even that number where you they show right now, say Salon get about 72 people and we don't die. They don't deserve to die. If we take all the measures, yeah, we know everybody getting time where if we die in our life. But you know what? If we also do the one that we will protect. People don't wear masks. People just do what they want to do. It's simple. And not to just the ordinary people that what they see when they wear masks. We also see, people that want to be a role model in our society. Now they set the example. And that's scary for Sierra Leone. We already there, we don't get good healthcare system. We see people that were in the quarantine, what's in the don't they complain about all this while. And then one add to that number, really me at the days. I ask everybody, say, COVID-19 is still there. Please wear your mask. You can go do what you want to do at home. You can go you parade and everything. There's nothing wrong with you doing what you're doing. But please ensure that you put the mask on, you show that social distancing there, and people will really appreciate that happening in that community, on the country as a whole. Really, them 74, actually, now I just saw the numbers, 74 people that died in Sierra Leone. Not deserve to die. You know what? The number of people that will die, I don't know what get, because we nation is small. And the population is not that huge as America, where they deal with 250,000 people. And over 12 million cases of coronavirus right now. And the school and they can't begin lock back. That's just let people know see how serious this is. The kids can't begin staying at house, they're not going to go to school. And when you not go to school, it affects the beginning greatly. It affects them greatly. Believe it or not, whether they're going to school and they teach them day, and then they want pack everything and give them so that they count on house, they can't go. Parents then get 1, 2, 3 picking them. Imagine how that needed for them on them. Like me. Because I know I want to talk about mine and I want to relate that with other people I know. I get a 7-year-old within a second grade. The number of work that they count, sometimes I say to myself, but I've been through this before. These were not the number of assignments they were getting. All day they're then do this. You get tired. And really picking the land from each other. We really want them in the school setting. But unfortunately, because of this COVID, everybody they sit down in a house for go school. And the learning not to the same. It's not the same when you're in the school setting and when you're at the house. It's definitely not the same, but for somebody when an adult, I can understand that. But look, Salon, how you expect to let them do well on the WASSCE? That just brings me to the WASSCE. Where we say for me, 4.5% AAA. Really? We, Sierra Leoneans, what's going on with the educational system? Something is going wrong. And I just feel say the people that will go take the WASSCE, they're not be ready. They were not prepared. Compare we with Gambia. Compare with Ghana. Yes, everybody understands, say, the percentage, it did down for everybody across the board because of COVID-19. But they are in the 60s. We are even not 2 digits. I think that's really, I think it's shameful for even talk about as a Sierra Leonean. No matter how COVID-19 impacts somebody in study or in learning, I just feel if you do SS1, we're going to talk about JSS. SS1, SS2, you don't do enough subjects there. You don't do enough for let's do well. And then when they put people in a host for close the schools and everything, they don't say, okay, Lord, provide them with, technology them when they want to study. Yes, they want to do the study in a way that over like few months and you expect for them come with, a distinction. I doubt that. I really don't think things like that would happen, right? But one suggestion though, or recommendation what I get, right? I think let them begin to look at the WASSCE, how they want to let people succeed in the WASSCE. People then take different subjects than we did in our SS3. So why not begin to implement, for let them begin take the subject them by annual basis, instead of waiting the 3 years. At the end of the 3 years, we'll take the exam them. Then he starts for take, if not even social studies or history, they do that in our SS1. The SS2, they begin to do, if not science and math, they do that in the, or government, whatever the subjects then they will then they take. The reason why I say this, by the time when they graduate, then we don't get number of subjects them where we say, it not going to be too overwhelming for the way they in our SS3. I live in New York State, now that I go high, now that I graduate, work 10th grade, because I was in 11th grade, but I had to do 10th grade and try to take summer school, take night school, so I could graduate within the 2-year period. But I take a regent, where they say in that regent exam day, from 10th grade, you begin to take history. You take global history, they take math, we take English, but then they divide them up. They don't want to give you everything for take. And New York State, in general, and the state, they do not take their exam, then they graduate. So it's different from every other state in America, where they do regents. Now we do regents, right? So I'm only bringing this up because by the time they reach 12th grade, when I like SS3, then go down take all the regents, then can even finish before SS3. And that way, you know, they deal with this kind of results in the country. But yes, we deal with the West African Examination Council. We themselves therefore begin to look into this because we don't do well. And I make even Rwanda and Nigeria, where them pass, they need for pass and jam, then they call and say jam. If you not pass, you're going to the university, right? So all these different things are going on. You know, now Salon now 4.5. That's a disgrace. I just have to say, and I really hope they will find better ways of handling this. And I just feel say now my own idea that when it comes to the education sector, that then split it up. We have to split it so that the students will do well. And they have to put in resources where they need to put them. You know, but say I don't put this money, about this amount of money by the 2021 budget for the educational sector. So how the picking and the benefit from it? You get community libraries them where they ensure say if they want study late night, you know, or they want, you know, a laptop, then get the laptop for letting then host their study, then get internet, or then get light na the host. Because remember, you need for charge your laptop, right? So if light not that we can't do that. Now we will talk about light. You know, now we can talk about the internet now this platform you say. These are things that we really want for in our country where they help things and go forward. But if they're not ready, they're not ready. I'm just saying this again. They are not ready for our country to go forward. Then it brings me to the corruption thing. You know, with the hope say the former president is this, you know, tomorrow. No, one more day. The 23rd. Let's show up. Because if you not show up, you don't lose in chances. I don't say some of we will they talk now. People are not going to agree with we own view. And that it doesn't matter to me. For me, anything we get for make people that suffer. You don't have to agree with me because I have to tell you like it is, right? If you feel like you're not guilty, you feel like your hands are clean, please show up so they can really interrogate you and done with it. Let our country move forward and pass all the drama. Of course, we want peace in our salon. Nobody they ask anybody for go do violence. But one thing we ask, let the president be a responsible man, a responsible former leader. For let him follow us, they understand things. This has to do with the nations going forward. And for say, forget about the past, because that now was the past. So let's move on. So they say every time something goes wrong, Lord put on at the side, Lord just go ahead. How do you expect to go ahead? You have to have a foundation. You know, they may have had other commission of inquiries in the past. But I just want to say this is really different. Different in the sense because if we always set them up, then step no say. The moment they step out of office, they're going to inquire about them too. So if they don't set the examples now, when do you expect people to start understanding that, you know what, if you tamper with the nation's money because of your own selfish gain and greed, then they need to investigate that. If you know you didn't do it, it won't affect you. It won't be a problem. But because you know say something they under, we know let them find it out. And if they find out it implicates you, let make you know one shock. Let make you make excuses for the third time. But oh Lord, God Almighty Allah, we know say the people are always embezzle Salomon. If they're not sure, God would disgrace them. This world, now they start this world, then they get disgraced because you know if people then they go hungry, now Salomon they not get job. People then they die because lights not there, right? And then they die because of that. Those people definitely gonna get it in this world. Disgrace they cannot now it starts by you. Then next world we get them back big time because you know what? When I speak, people may think I'm one-sided. Well, no, you don't know when I start on the other one. You ask who's talking here. Like for me, who do the right thing for Sierra Leone, I'm with you. You do the wrong thing for Sierra Leone, I'm not with you. I'll be against you. And I think that's what's happening right now. And to say EDK has been found guilty without even being, taken to court, yes, he's guilty on his own terms. He made himself guilty. People have to understand that. And Sierra Leoneans, we need to stop making excuses. Excuses for people that try to destroy our nation. For 59 years, what have we shown for it? People, and if we continue to say these things, go now, let them arrest you. Or arrest them, arrest them. Or don't forget about the past. Or they don't say I'm guilty. They just want to go arrest them. No, I don't feel so. Because you know what? If you do something where you go, they will arrest you. But if you don't do nothing, you come back out free. They let you lawyer them, bail you, they arrest you. Let me get lawyer them. You get mansion. Now, Martini, we're picking and they don't get place there for sleep. So then we should just let it go because you know what? It's in the past. I disagree with all that statement. And as people keep saying it, I'm disagreeing with it because, you know what, we need to see Sierra Leone move forward. We need to move past this stage. This stage is holding us back too much. So, in summary, for the entire thing that will happen, I know so many things that happen, but those are things that I wanted to focus on. And I want for just say, we definitely want for see peace in Salon. So let people understand that fastly. Nobody they ask you for let go fetch for anybody. Nobody they ask you say what did they talk like for let try for instill violence in the community. No, so that's what they talk now. We just say let people see reason as to knowing that them politicians they know they do stuff for benefit you. Then they do it for hurt you. Let people begin to get them cold shoulders and we go see things and move past this. But if you not give people them cold shoulders, they're just gonna think they're gonna use you. And whenever they need you, they come. And then because, they don't give you 1 million loans. And that 1 million loans, they don't think for pay you rent. So now that's me think we come to that. And the last thing, while everybody understands that the SLMB school project, the renovation project, I don't mention, say they start on the 16th. And that project don't start. We still expect, say, people that will contribute and will donate. Sarah Network, the champion down there, along with the SLMB old boys, alumni them. Now then start the fundraising when I GoFundMe. And we come in, we want to do about 70 to 80% of the work because, now one of the mission statement that we want to meet the expectation, and try to really do things that we will benefit Sierra Leone. We will say we want to see every school picking. Now, Salon, she don't on bench, right? Rather than being at ground, or in a school building where safe and conducive, you know, and where we say the school is structured in a way that is, you know, toilet facilities and there. So we all don't see the video. So we are at the beg and at the ask that they will not join Sarah Network Charity Foundation for give whatever little donations them will not get, you know, it will go a long way. Even if not $10, it will make something happen. And go buy nail with Sandy, right? Or even buy one bag cement. And if you come to in a salon, we're willing for just go donate materials them. We are will ask that you pass on the news and let them do that. And soon, when I will begin to see the project they unfold, so when I will really see one year we don't donate to send them money they go. So we as somebody, we want to do something and we want to do it right. And we really call on all Sierra Leoneans them. But let them join me with other things and at the floor we want for what they deal with. But this now one thing we don't start with. Along with that, picking way sick, we still wait on the invoice to see looking at the surgical intervention just of course. So if you donate, you want to donate towards a specific cause, just indicate that na PayPal use, if not through the Cash App or the Zelle, you know, just contact me and you will see that, you know, things can get to side and belong. So I will let Leone for today. I want to say hashtag Salon Tough. And before I forget, all the people that we didn't take part last week on the quiz what we do, we really want to give something to everybody. We did try to reach out, so we just need like an address in how we will ship them today. So all the people that we will take part, I get a list of it, and I think maybe in the end, if we get time, it will make everybody know. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah.